Hello and welcome to A Cat in the Garden. I haven't been here in a while actually, but today I'm at Tillery Street Plant Company in South Austin. I decided to come here as early as I could make it in the morning because it's still really hot here in Texas and it's gonna keep being really hot here for a while, but I need to start planning out my fall garden and I just kind of want to see what they have in the greenhouse here today as well. So I figured I would take you guys along and we'll see what they have together. So let's get to it. Look at how pretty this is. So many sunflowers. Whatever this is. Cute little milkweed. So many pollinators in here too. This is awesome. I would love to have something like this one day. Oh my gosh, so many bees. So many bees. Oh, and look at this cutie. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Okay, love that. All right, let's go inside here, see what they have. All right, so first thing that I see among the outdoor plants are these cute little ornamental peppers. I was really hoping they weren't ornamental because I just love variegated peppers. But if you don't know this, ornamental peppers are edible. They're just super, super spicy. And I already have one, so I left it be. I absolutely loved the coral color of these vincas here. I really just love vincas. They're one of my favorite flowers and my mom used to always grow them growing up. So I have some now, but not that color. It was really tempting. These Thaumatophyllum, formerly known as philodendron, but they were cute. This ficus was looking really nice and healthy despite the extreme heat in Texas. I was honestly surprised that it looked so good. And then there were a bunch of these shell gingers that were looking so nice and healthy. I underwatered mine a little bit that I have outside, so it's a bit crispy right now, but yeah, we're just gonna forget about that. This was a really cute flower that I'd never seen before. It's called a desert rose or black rose. It was really cute. These Alocasia lutea were super nice. They looked really healthy. Maybe they just come in, but they were really great. There were some Alocasia regal shield out here as well. These are great outdoor plants for the shade. And then this Colocasia Hilo Beauty. These were huge. They were almost as tall as me and they were looking super healthy as well. Just kind of walking around, I noticed that their fish pond wasn't here anymore. I guess they moved it. So I was a little confused by that, but they had all of their regular climbing shade plants and things of that nature. And then coming into the greenhouse, always greeted by this wonderful view when you come in and these birds of paradise. And then of course the ficus, these were the Shiveriana Moonshine. I can't believe still that they're so cheap now. I remember when they were like $500 for a cutting. So again, here is the beautiful view, excuse me. It was really quiet in here this morning in the greenhouse. There weren't a lot of people, but they had a class going on in the back, which is why I'm doing a voiceover because the class was a bit loud because somebody was on a microphone. But like, honestly, good for them. I'm glad that they're having really popular classes here. These Hoya pubicalyx were super splashy today. If I didn't already have one that I got from my friend, I definitely would have picked one of those up. And then here they had a Memoria for only $10 and it was super full. That was honestly really tempting as well because that is a very underrated, easygoing Hoya if you're looking for one like it. And then this one was accidentally labeled as a philodendron, but it's not. It's a Hoya. I think it's called like a tenu, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's there on the screen. It was really fuzzy too, which was cool. And then they had some of the more common Hoyas like the Crimson Queen. There were Crimson Princess, Sunrise, Australis, all of the major ones that you see around. Just kind of looking to see if there's anything I don't normally see. There were some Finlaysonii and a Croniana Silver that was looking super cute for $30. Sometimes it is hard for me to find the price, but just bear with me. Moving on, there is another sea of ficus. Not mad at it. They are really pretty. This Aglaonema was super cute. I had never seen one like it before. So that was interesting to see. The variegation reminded me of a philodendron Brazil, just in aglaonema form. So that was really neat, something new and unexpected. These alocasia were looking really good as normal. This one was 12, I believe. And honestly, I'm just going to let them look good here because I don't trust myself with alocasia at home most of the time, though I do trust myself with Maharani. Those do really well for me. That one was 22. This is a variegated alocasia odora. That is the newest leaf right there. I didn't see a price on it, but it was super cute. And then they had a bunch of little baby alocasias that they sprouted themselves from corm. So that dragon scale was 9. They were looking so cute. They look so cute when they're babies. They had a bunch of really nice, big, full silver dragons. That's another one that does well for me. And they're just really nice to look at. And then a bunch of jade satin scindapsus for super cheap. I honestly couldn't believe it when I saw how many there were there, but I'm not mad about it. Then there were some golden crocodiles and Monstera deliciosa, which I'm not mad about seeing. A bunch of different types of pothos, mandula, a bunch of plants on the floor. I guess they're just overflowing here right now. So, you know, gotta come get some plants. The Scindapsus Silvery Ann, which I actually got mine here at Tillery before I ever moved to Texas. I visited here in 2021, and that was one of the 4 plants I brought home from here. So kind of a full circle moment. These little hanging baskets of Monstera siltepecana were super cute. I do like them trailing. I just don't like how they turn to runners so quickly, so I make mine climb. Here was a little philodendron silver stripe hiding about $4.15. There are a few more kind of scattered throughout the greenhouse here. And then some really nice, really big philodendron tortums for $74. These have steadily been going down in price, but not as rapidly as some of the other plants. There is a Paraiso Verde that was looking really nicely variegated over here. Another tortum. More of the silver stripes with some really nice variegation. And a few little pink princesses for $20. These didn't have the worst variegation in the world. I've honestly have seen worse, so that's not bad. I'm really liking these philodendron Calkins Gold that have been popping up on the market. They look like a painted lady just without the red stems, and I don't like the red stems, so I'm kind of tempted to get one. And then this was new, a bunch of pretty full baskets of philodendron Plowmonii for $16. I have a small one that literally hates me, so that was also kind of tempting. If I didn't already have one, I might have gotten one of those. And then here are some Syngonium. Now this one, I don't know what the correct name for it is. They're calling it Lanocarty Road. Some of them call it the Erythrophyllum as well. I don't know if they're 2 separate plants or if they're the same. I'm not a Syngonium person, so don't quote me on any of that. And over here, this is actually my favorite Syngonium, the Macrophyllum. This super full basket is $40. I feel like that's a pretty good price. And then this one I don't mind. As far as the arrowhead ones go, this is the Syngonium Wendlandii. I really like the dark foliage with the white stripe down the middle. I just don't like the arrowhead look, if you feel me. And then I wanted to show you guys how pretty this greenhouse is in the morning before it gets hot. Over here, they had a giant Philodendron gloriosum, as well as some Calatheas. This one had really nice big leaves, and it was looking super healthy. I just love Calatheas. I love looking at them. I love how they're pet safe. And this one is a Satanthe, not actually a Calathea, though it is related, and it is on sale right now for $13, which was tempting. And then, of course, they still have the beautiful silver band Marantas, which are my favorite Maranta. They're still $15. They're still looking great. I can't believe they haven't sold out of them yet. And then over here, they had some really nice, actually, rehab plants. This Philodendron Splendid looked super nice, even if it was all over the place. It was on sale for $35, and they just kind of had some other rehabs hanging out, hanging baskets, Calatheas, Syngoniums, ferns, you name it. They had a little bit of everything, and then some nice baskets of the rabbit's foot Maranta, which was looking really nice, and then some ferns. And then I recently saw on Instagram that they got a new begonia shipment from Steve's Leaves, so I want to highlight some of the ones that they have right now. Even though I'm not a begonia person, I do like the colors of this one and kind of like the angel wing look that this begonia has. Same with this one. I love silver foliage, and I love the way it's just kind of shining in the light there. That was really pretty. That might have to be a thumbnail, even though I don't like begonias. Who am I? Do I like begonias now? I don't know. I don't think I can, but they're looking pretty cute, you know, for being begonias, so I can't be mad about that. And then over here is their rare plant section, and they have always lots of hidden gems of plants. So this is a no ID philodendron that's looking almost like a non-variegated Jose Bueno. I don't know. It was kind of cute. I don't like not knowing what a plant is, though. They have Monstera esqueletos for $99, even though I had a hard time showing off the price. The leaves on these are massive. They're like twice the size of my head. They also had some baby alocasias over here as well, like this Alocasia porte for $26, and the Cycleoplata. They have big ones and little ones of those, so depending on your budget, the big ones are only like 20 bucks, so not too bad in terms of price. And I am struggling at this moment to get out a plant, but they have a Mexicanum for $20. It doesn't really have much of the red backs yet, but it did look like a Mexicanum, and I was struggling to put it back, so I put it back in a different spot. They also had this kind of interesting plant that I had never seen before. I liked the texture of the leaves. It kind of reminded me of an Alocasia scalprum with like the crocodile texture, but it wasn't an Alocasia. This is a Philodendron elegans, which was very hard to show off on camera because the leaves were so skinny and so long, but I hope you can kind of get the gist of it. And they also had a Philodendron black, which I had never heard of before. I'm assuming maybe the leaves get darker as they mature, hence the name, but honestly, I couldn't tell you. Here was a little Melanochrysum, looking way better than any Melano I've ever been able to grow, but it's fine. Here was also a Philodendron McDowell. I don't really see these all the time, though I do personally think the Gloriosum is a lot prettier. They're both kind of a pain for me, but here was a Philodendron May. They've had these for a while, but I think they look super cute. They are almost out of them now if you're still looking for one. And then some cute baby philodendrons like this White Princess for $16. This really long leaf philodendron that I think is a golden dragon, maybe, possibly. And some other cuties like this that I can't pronounce, never mind. I don't know how to say that. There's a Chiapense right there also. And, oh, I think a plant fell out there. It wasn't one that I was grabbing, but it just fell out. Here, anyway, is a Bipenifolium glacius. They are known for having more of like a Cebu blue type look on their foliage, a little bit more blue than a regular green Bipenifolium. This Micans was looking really nice for $8, you know, just a strand or two trailing. It's always a nice plant to have. I personally really love Micans. I think it is an underrated heartleaf philodendron. Here was a Varicosum on sale for $40, looking a little bit smaller than some of the others I have seen them have before, but that's okay. Sometimes small plants are great too. And this was another philodendron that I didn't know the name of. Never seen it before, but it looked really interesting, almost growing like a gingerwood. And then, of course, the Aglaonema commutatum illumina. I have one of these. It kind of hates me, but I still am keeping it alive. So that's good, I guess. I love it so much. I just want it to love me back, you know? And then a bunch of these were here. The Epipremnum pinnatum skeleton key and a bunch of the Amedrium medium silvers. Those were actually really cute and kind of tempting. Like, look at that. That's so cute. But I have heard that they turn to runners really fast. So I'm going to hold off on that one until I have extra poles. This Monstera that I've seen going around lately that I am not going to try to pronounce. Sorry. And then this was a really weird looking plant, but you know, kind of looked like creepy little fingers, but in a good way. And then a bunch of these philodendron brantianums looking really pretty. I tried growing one of those before and it just didn't work out. Some Monstera laniata, which are kind of similar to Adansonii, but they don't fenestrate, I think, nearly as quickly as Adansonii do. And then they recently also got in a bunch of orchids, so a new orchid shipment, and they were gorgeous. Look at these blooms. These plants are amazing. One day I will get an orchid. I'm telling you guys, one day it will happen. And then just as I was about to leave, I needed to show off the Philodendron Summer Glories. They had really large pots as well as medium pots, and Philodendron Gloriosum. I believe they were $120, something like that. $149, excuse me. But you're getting multiple plants in a pot and it's already looking super full. They also had this poor Dieffenbachia that was falling over, but that's all right. In another greenhouse, they have a living wall, which I thought was absolutely amazing. They just recently opened up this greenhouse to the public, and they just have mature versions of plants that you don't really see the mature versions of often. And it was looking absolutely gorgeous in here. I actually stayed in here for like 20 or 30 minutes just admiring this wall of plants. They've really done such a great job with it, and it was very inspirational as something I might want in my home one day. I could just kind of see it for myself, but for now, I will enjoy it here. Okay, I'm back, and I'm so glad I got here early because it's just now starting to get hot, and my car is still covered from the shade of the trees they have out here. So I'm just feeling really good about the decision to get here really early today, but I did actually buy a couple of things. So the first one was this Philodendron Splendid that is going crazy. Like, it's just sprawling all over the place. It's really cute though, and I think it'll be a really nice propagation project. So it was on sale. I had to get it, honestly. And then I did get a few veggies. So I got 2 tomatoes for the fall. We have a really nice fall growing season here in Texas. So I got a black cherry and a super sweet 100. Typically for fall tomatoes, you want to grow determinants or cherry tomatoes. So I got 2 cherries. And then I got 4 peppers. This is one of the most exciting. So this is the chocolate candy cane. And I had some issues growing mine this year. If you've watched my garden tours, I planted my candy canes in a bed where the soil is just terrible and they're just not doing well at all. So I figured we'd get a couple of these. I have not seen the chocolate candy canes anywhere this year. And then I got a shishito and a mucho nacho jalapeno. And that is a jalapeno variety that I have not seen for about 5 years. I have seeds from my mom's plant from when I was in college. Haven't seen it since, so I had to grab one after I saw it today, and they all look really nice, really healthy. The green is the right color. They don't look malnourished and yellow. So I'm just really excited about that, and I'm excited to take these home, get them planted into the ground, and then we'll have nice fall harvests probably through the end of November. So thank you so much for coming along with me today. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you don't miss anything from me here on the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.